welcome to the Sharkmoney Show. You're tuned in to the numero uno shark betting show of them all. It's the Sharkmoney Show. I'm your host, T-Shark, with my co-host,
T-Shark!
Oh my, the Swami says, who can stop the Swami in 2024? Okay? On to the tribute, because the best we just gave you last week. Wow, they're top analysts. You need to look at these guys right here. He called out the shots, didn't you?
Yeah, man, we got some money on Vegas 87. I'm excited to talk about UFC 299. Gonna keep riding this hockey hot streak that we're on as well there, T-Shark. Let's go!
Oh my gosh, I put 2 of my pinky rings up and I came back with some gems. Because on this next one, I can't believe last week was so great. I just upstanded and upsmarted and keep packing and keep stacking and racking till the gems keep coming home. But here we go, because let us not forget, it is Thursday that we're shooting on, but we're going to predict the weekend if we can, because you're going to try to stop the Swami. No one. Because on my first pick, here we go to the NBA. Because the NBA, they don't play or any defense, need I say. But as I see it in my eyes, I have taken fortune. And the fame and the fortune cost the chain around my neck. It's the Dallas Cowboys. No, it ain't the Dallas Cowboys. We wish it was, but it's the Dallas. It's the Dallas Mavericks looking like they visited, flying on into the Pistons. And oh my, if they could be worth $9 billion, okay? But the Pistons are sitting at home and they haven't been doing anything. They've just been fumbling and crumbling. They're not that good. So let's look at this and pick on their bones like vultures. Because here it is. I predict and I do see. It is the money line for the Dallas Mavericks to come through and win this game on Saturday. And then take the Don, and I mean play the organ if you want to. Kiss the fingers, whatever you got. Don Luca with the over in points in this game right here. They said you gotta look a little bit sharp, a little bit more snazzy. Well, here's another bat. King K? Oh, it's Mr. K. Cunningham. Take him for the assist on the Pistons. See, there's money to be got all around, and that's 4 bets going down all the way, and I got more on display. Big, who you got?
Let's start off with NHL there, T-Shark, right to the ice.
Yeah.
And as you know, the first couple of weeks we've been pretty hot. We've been melting that ice down a little bit, just simply playing off our strategy on the schedule, which has been twofold. One has been to fade teams that are on the last leg of a long road trip because their mind's on other things. And the other thing has been to give, let's go on teams that are rested and coming into town ready to go, because rest matters, especially this time of year. So, got 4 games for you next week. The first one's going to be Sunday, and we have those Edmonton Oilers at the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, Edmonton, prior to this, is going to Pittsburgh, Columbus, Buffalo, and then back to Pittsburgh. This is the 4th leg of a road trip, man. You can take those Pittsburgh Penguins and fade the Oilers. Oilers will likely be favorites in this game, the way they've been playing, but they might be a little checked out on this. Good opportunity to take an underdog in the Pittsburgh Penguins here to get a win and beat Edmonton. On Monday, the Blues are playing at the Bruins. Now, the Blues have seen the Islanders, the Devils, the Rangers, and now they're coming to see the Boston Bruins. That's a tough road trip. Leg 4, you can count on the Bruins to take this one down and beat the St. Louis Blues. And then on Tuesday, we have a different scenario. Colorado Avalanche heading into Calgary. Now, Colorado, they're 4 days rest, which is unheard of at this point in the season. I don't know how the schedule makers gave them this favor, but they did. Meantime, Calgary, they did no favors. Calgary's seen Tampa, Florida, Carolina all the previous 4 days, and now they're going to have to face the Colorado Avalanche, which are an incredibly fast team. They might take the cup this year. So the Avalanche are going to come in and absolutely dismantle. You can take the puck line on that, the money line. They are going to dismantle the Calgary Flames on Tuesday. And then the last game here on Thursday, we've got the New York Islanders at the Buffalo Sabres. And those Islanders have been on that Cali road trip. They've been to San Jose, just like B-Shark there, T. Just been to San Jose, Anaheim, Los Angeles, and then into Buffalo. That's a harsh reality after being in Southern California, right? Those Buffalo Sabres are going to be ready for the Islanders. They're going to be ready to get back home. Play those Sabres on that night because we feel like those Isles are going to be checked out. Let's go, T-Shark. Let's go.
What I tell you, You're going to get everything right, and all those picks is amazing. I mean, goodness gracious. Rewind the tape and analyze it. I'm telling you now, because it's going to come
picks
true.
Only here so
That's
far.
right,
Yeah.
that's right. More money to get, so don't quit. But on my next pick, oh, you trying to stop the Swami for the second time? What do I see? I see some youngster tearing up the NBA. The rookie of the year, blowing every competitor away by far, is Vic Wim. And I mean V-I-C, Mr. Vic off the Spurs. Yeah, it's the Spurs gonna go out and travel against the Golden State Warriors. Now, all your accolades, I had to get that out the way, because this right here, this ain't going to be for the faint of heart. First of all, it's going to be Curry, and oh my, he's going out in the flurry. The last game he just played, the Golden State Warriors are looking like they're getting their swag back. They're rated 10. What? They're 10th place in the West Coast? It looks like they got an uphill climb, but you know what? This game is going to happen on Saturday night. Take Curry with the over and the points. And I'm not even going to play no game. He's sitting at home. He just went over the last game because he's surprised and jubileed all up and down the spot, shooting it with just like, I don't see nothing with one hand and making it, because I don't see him not getting over his regular points. And here we go. What do I see? You think you're going to stop the Swami? Yes, the rookie of the year. He will also have an under in points. Don't put your money on Vic Wim on the away game. I think he ain't gonna have enough legs in that 7+ frame, okay? It's not gonna happen, okay? Young man, just take a break. But I will say in the positive, take Vic Wim again for the over in rebounds. Because what he can't do is score on the road. But what he can do on the road is rebound the ball and get the team rolling. So that's a whole lot of money that's not even stolen. It's just given to you because I just gave it to you. B, who you got?
Let's go Saturday night. It's fight night in the UFC. UFC 299 T-Shark is an absolutely loaded fight card. I could not be more excited. The only thing I could possibly be more excited for is UFC 300, which we will also talk about down the line. That is like a dream card come true. But let's get going here. If you're on the UFC this weekend, pay attention. I got a few things here. We're going to start with 3 fights that are in the prelims, and then next segment we'll go to the main card. But I'm going to start with the early prelim in the women's flyweight division here. An interesting fight, believe it or not, a rematch from 2015 between JoJo Wood and Mariana Moroz. JoJo Wood coming in 16-8. She's 38 years old, 2-3 in her last 5. Her last win was against someone who's retired. And the rumor on the street is that JoJo Wood is also looking to retire off of this fight, which in fight betting, that's not a good bet. So you can look to fade that type of situation. But who knows? She's a Muay Thai specialist. If you want to go with hands and kicks and stand up, JoJo Wood might have a fair shot at this. But if you want to have good fight IQ and know to stay away from that scenario, which I believe Mariana will, I think you can count on this up-and-coming OnlyFans star. Apparently, that's the rumor on the street, which is also not a good scenario, but I think there's an age difference here between a 30-year-old and a 38-year-old in this women's flyweight division. And Moroz won the first one in the first round with an armbar and just took JoJo Wood out of the situation. And I don't know that much is going to be improved now that JoJo's 38. So I'm going to take Mariana. That is the first fight. That is the early prelim. And I like Mariana Moroz on that. And now, this is my favorite on the prelims, which is the men's heavyweight, which is Robeles Espana against Josh Parisian, man. And now listen, Espana, this dude, this Cuban, this big Cuban, his record is 0-0 in UFC. But his record is 18-2 outside of it, and he is a Taekwondo Olympic athlete, okay? 35 years old, okay, but his opponent's 34, so the age thing isn't really a big thing there. Now, I was watching videos of this man. You should not be able to be 6'7" and know Taekwondo in the manner that this man does, throwing kicks like 8 feet in the air, man. Listen, I feel bad for Josh going into this fight. This Robeles, he is like a minus 350 right now, so it's not like a great money-making bet. However, if you like a parlay card, you're trying to find like stuff to sprinkle in parlays or whatever, or if you want to take Robelis to finish this dude off in the first round, make it a more valuable bet, I'll tell you this dude is an absolute flat-out destroyer that may down the line contend for a heavyweight title, but he's a Taekwondo specialist. You just watch out. Like, he's an absolute hammer. I cannot wait to see him fight in this. And then the last one in the prelims I got for you here is my girl. It's back to a women's flyweight, but this is a little more serious, man. We're talking about my girl, Macy Barber, against Katlyn Chookagian. Macy here, favorite, and is going to stay the favorite in my heart and in my card and on my bet, because Macy Barber is an absolute thug. She's young, she's up and coming, she's 25 years old. She's going against a little bit more experienced fighter coming in at 18-5. Katlyn's not a joke. However, though, Katlyn, if you gotta watch film on her, she kinda got pillow again, man. She throw a lot of strikes, but none of them really catch anybody really bad. I don't think she's gonna catch Macy Barber too hard. That being said, Macy's gotta stay focused. If she gets inside and gets this girl on the mat, she is literally going to pound Chookagian right through the mat. Okay? You can count on Macy to take this fight. I'm rooting for her, man. I think she's a favorite for a reason. It's good money. Dana White loves her, so, UFC likes to put fighters in a position where they can climb the ropes here a little bit, and Dana White is a huge fan, called this girl a flat-out thug. Dana is right on that one. Look at Macy Barber to take this fight. I can't wait to watch T-Shock. I cannot wait.
You gotta love it. I mean, you got the in-depth. But we're gonna finish on the finale and all that. Because little old Sally, well, she went down in the valley on my third pick. And I mean, on this third one, what do you see? You couldn't stop the Swami. So I had to give you the picks of the team that's going to happen. You see the purple. It's the L.A. Lakers for my third pick, sitting at home with the Minnesota mini who? Timberwolves. Okay, they're howling at the moon. They changing and transforming. And Mr. A.E., he's like a channel. You tune to A.E., that's Anthony Edwards, if you don't know, sitting on the Minnesota Timberwolves bench over there looking and saying, you know what, LeBron, while you on your way out, let me kick your behind too. I'm taking the over with the A.E. in points. You gotta understand, this is a shark move if you ever seen one, because this ain't gonna be nothing sweet. Because in this one, I want you to take LeBron, and guess what I want you to do? Oh, you think it's points? No. Take LeBron with the over in assists in this game. LeBron ain't got nothing to prove. He just scored 40,000 damn points. Who gonna touch him? I don't think he really cares about any points on Sunday night. He just chilling. But I'm just saying. But then don't leave out the bigger man, the biggest man, and that's Mr. King A.D. And that's Anthony Davis for you guys that don't understand and respect the game of the Lakers. They need this win. And I'm taking AD with the over and rebounds. So take Anthony Davis with the over and rebounds. It's going to be sweet. Now, who's going to win? Well, the money line's on me, my friend. And that means it's going to have to take the Minnesota Timberwolves. How you crazy? They score a whole lot of points, and the Lakers ain't got enough three-point shooters to keep up with this team. And you got to be crazy. No one showed you, no one told you. Do not mess with the Minnesota Timberwolves howling at the moon. B, you got.
Ding, ding, ding! Time for the main card, UFC 299! Give
it to us, baby.
Yeah, baby, got 3 fights. I love all the fights on this card. But 3 fights I think I'm going to throw down on my card, sprinkle a little of this, a little of that on it. And the first one here, let's talk about Jack Della Maddalena and Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, the underdog, sitting at plus 140 right now, and it's juicy. That's juicy. B-Shark loving Gilbert Burns at the plus money here. World-class Brazilian jiu-jitsu and grappling skills. One-punch knockout capabilities. Has done it plenty across his career. And listen, man. Jack Della Maddalena here, undefeated in the UFC, but however, coming off back-to-back split decisions. There's just something that's not quite right here. Now, listen, there's a lot of hype behind this guy. A lot of people love him and stuff, and he's a really nice fighter. He's got a lot of great skills, man. He's probably actually the more powerful fighter in this situation, more powerful striker than Burns and whatnot. But, you know, I'm kind of liking Burns here and the jiu-jitsu advantage because JD has shown himself to be vulnerable to that in the past. And I'm telling you, world-class grappling skills to be able to Burns. So I'm liking him as a dog pick. And then we're going to go up to the two fights that everybody is definitely showing up for here. The first one, Dustin Poirier and Benoit Saint-Denis, man. Poirier, like, who doesn't love this guy, man? He's late in his career, 35 years old, man. He's 1-2 in his last three, had a couple of tough finishes, man. He got a leg kick from Justin Gaethje, then just wrapped around his head. He even got a full block on it, but he just still couldn't stop it. Just put him out cold, man. But Poirier is a savage fighter, man. And the first matchup with Gaethje looked like he was going to go down, but just found an opening, man. He is like a counter specialist. He's made a career out of being able to take a beating and then just wait for you to make a mistake, come through counter, and all of a sudden you're on the mat, and he's got his arm up at the end of his fight. So, listen, man, the heavy favorite right now is Benoit Saint-Denis. Last time I saw him, he was at -225. He opened at -130. So the movement on this line will tell you a lot about what I think is going to happen here. And I believe Saint-Denis from France here, this dude is an absolute tank. He is an absolute savage. And I believe he is going to take it here. He has an amazing jiu-jitsu advantage. He's younger, he's fresher, he's a bit stronger. And I think I think this dude is actually going to challenge for a title eventually here. Particularly, I mean, he takes Poirier down. Like, he's going to make a real good case to climb that ladder and at least get a shot at this, man. But this is an up-and-comer. This is a rising star. This is a real deal. But I don't know if I love the bet at -225. So, like, if you're a Poirier fan, you might want to sprinkle just a little bit on the dog money. But that being said, I really think BSD is going to win this one, man. And Poirier is going to give it his all. He's a seasoned veteran, man. Both are going to earn it, but I can see BSD taking this one down. And then finally, the title bout at Bantam. You've got Sean O'Malley and Marlon Chelo Vera. And Vera here sitting today, ooh, +220, man. Wow. Sean O'Malley, heavy favorite in the UFC. Everybody loves this kid. Who doesn't love O'Malley, man? He's got amazing footwork. He's got amazing hands. Like, if this is like bare knuckle stuff, dude, he would be like the bare knuckle brawler of the century. This kid is just an absolute beast. And sitting here at 17-1, man. But on the other end of this, with Cheeto here, like, this dude is impossible to knock out. And one of the things that will happen, man, you'll notice, like, in his fights, he will give you the first round every single time, man. Dude just take a beating, kind of studies it a little bit. You can expect O'Malley to come out and really take the first round for sure and make this fight start to look a little bit one-sided. But this dude has never been knocked out. He's impossible to knock out, man. And literally, if it doesn't close with O'Malley in, like, the first round or two, I was looking at bets along the lines of Cheeto in rounds 3, 4, 5 at like +2,200, +2,400, +2,500. Put it this way, I think if this fight starts going wrong, Cheeto's got a real shot here. And the bet might be to place those late round bets on Vera. And if it goes to a decision, I think it would probably go to an O'Malley just because he's been the UFC favorite. He's the darling, man. He's earned that spotlight and everybody loves him. So, it comes down to a judge's decision. I think it could be an O'Malley thing, but there's a lot of high-value bets available with Vera in rounds 3, 4, and 5 that I would take a very heavy look at. They're definitely going to be on my card. So we'll see what happens here, man. So it's just a matter of outlasting things. O'Malley likes to keep everybody a little bit of distance, so if Vera can kind of get him in close and really tune him up a bit and kind of keep this fight moving into late rounds, it could get very interesting for the current title holder, O'Malley. We'll see.
We shall
Exciting
see.
times.
We shall see, but the Swami has not been stumped until next week. But now you look at me and you see that we always going to give you the best outcome of a situation of placing these bets, because a bet is a bet. You're tuned into the numero uno shark betting show of them all. It's the Shark Money Show. And until next week, and that means it could be fighting, it could be some turtles racing each other that you might get the
Turtle
quick
race,
bets.
show
Yeah,
me
they
the
can
red
happen.
T-shark to
Yeah,
the turtle
yeah,
race.
they got some tennis and volleyball mixed up together.
Show me the turtle!
It is what it is. We're going to get the money and we're going to give it to you. So let's break Vegas pockets about 12 next week. Until then, it's the